edition Cautionary Tales from the Red Chair.
Who'd have thought we'd ever get this far?
I wouldn't. And it hasn't taken us like a good year to do it either.
Oh, I know.
We've been slacking. A couple of weeks we've gone, 2 weeks.
Let's get the intro out first, though.
Well, this is Cautionary Tales Red Chair, Jake and
Sam.
Okay, done.
Now,
but
stick to the fucking cue cards, man.
Okay, so we've been gone for 2 weeks.
Dose.
The fans have been upset. This is basically this month we've only done 2 podcasts.
Yeah.
Why?
It's fourth quarter, bitch.
Fourth quarter. That's true. I have to admit, well, last week was kind of my fault because I got back from Iowa on Monday and I was a little too lazy to do anything on Tuesday night because I was just like, yeah, fuck it.
Your Charlie Brown Christmas tree is a little distracting, but I'm just gonna say,
hey, don't make fun of my Christmas tree, you bastard.
I'm just gonna say it's been a little bit hard for me to do anything because I've been working seriously like a crack whore that needs a fix.
Damn,
just saying,
been on your knees, fucking sealing it.
Well, you know what I'm saying. My schedule is Sunday through Thursday. I have Friday, Saturday off.
Yes.
Usually we do these on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday of this week, I worked just over 13 hours.
Yeah, because you texted me at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm done with work. You want me to come over and podcast?
So it comes down to it that, like today was my day off. I still worked. Today I punched out at 56.87 hours. And I still have about a 10-hour shift I'm putting in on Sunday.
That's brutal.
That's if I don't clock in tomorrow, which is my only day off this week. No, fourth quarter sucks, man.
Well,
that's why I want to get out of the world of retail.
Yeah, but at least you get to work from home and you're not stuck in a mall like some of them poor bastards.
Oh, I wouldn't do this shit if I was
had to be at a mall. Like,
I wouldn't get trampled for a living.
You don't want to be mall security.
I'm going to say it this way. I did that 1 year. 1 year when I was in high school. When that. I'm not going to say the major brand that I worked at.
JCPenney's.
Okay, he did. But yeah, I worked at a
department store.
Yes, a prominent department store. And
contained within a certain mall located in a certain area.
I just don't want to get sued by anybody, man.
Well, nobody's listening for us to be sued by anybody.
I'm lawyers. The 52, the 52 people that have listened were lawyers just to find out if anybody could get sued.
Shit, yeah. Head on.
I'm just saying.
But go on.
Yeah, I actually witnessed 2 women fist fight over a shirt. The best part about it, and they would never have known this unless one of them was smart enough to ask, we had about 15, 16, maybe even 20 of those shirts in the back. We just couldn't fit them on the rack.
Yeah.
And if they would have come back tomorrow...
Or if they'd have just asked,
yes,
you'd have probably got them.
Exactly. But instead, they decided to have a fist fight in the aisle.
Hey, a fucking little MMA.
One of them had 2 children walking with her.
What?
The other one was pushing a child in a stroller.
Wow.
And the best part about it is when we had them, I had to go in the office because the loss prevention team was the people that actually came up. And, I mean, I told you this a million times already, but for those of you who don't know it, the loss prevention team, they're basically the team that follows around black people to make sure that they're not stealing.
I think the term loss prevention is pretty self-explanatory.
Well, I'm just saying.
What? You just want to let everyone know they were racist as well.
No, I'm just gonna say this though.
Are you racist saying all black people steal shit?
Well,
is
it racist if it happens?
No, but you're racist.
You didn't ask me which one I was talking about. You called me racist on 2 things.
Hey, no, I was trying to define which side you're racist. Were you calling the loss prevention people racist?
But as stated, you didn't ask me.
No, that's what I'm trying to get you right now. All Are you the racist, or was loss prevention the racist?
No, that was actually just a joke, but
I know. Taking it too literally.
we both digress. What I'm trying to say, though, is I've actually seen two women get into fistfights over this, and loss prevention got them into a scenario where they were both taken into, well, you would say custody, and they were taken to the holding area where they actually called the police, and they were just like, being a store, I can understand it. You can't have any kind of, chance that somebody's going to be like, oh my God, I got hurt while I was at the store in a fist fight, so I'm going to sue the shit out of them. So the store had to call the cops. And the best part about it is loss prevention couldn't sit in the room the entire time. So they asked me to sit in the room for them because, I'm not going to say I'm Bruce Lee or anything, but I'm not, a helpless guy. So they were just like, could you sit there? And I was like, well, if I get paid to sit there or if I get paid to fold shit, yeah, I'm going to sit there. So I went there and sat. And all of a sudden, this was like 20 minutes later, but all of a sudden, this dude walks into the room and you hear the two kids go, Daddy, and run to him. He signs a piece of paper saying that he is the parent of the two children that were detained with their mother. And the best part about it was he looks at the kids and he goes, stand right outside the door, will you? And they both go, yeah. He shuts the door, lets them outside the room, shuts the door and says, fuck you. Opens the door and walks out on his wife, his girlfriend, whatever it was, just walks out on her and just leaves. And she starts sobbing.
Did he take the kids?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. That's why he had to sign. He signed.
I thought maybe he just wanted to go there and say, fuck you.
Well, no, the police had to be there and he had to actually, say, I'm their parent, excuse me.
Yeah.
And then he had to show license. He had to sign for the kids and all that shit. He let the kid outside the door, looked at the chick and said, fuck you, and just walked out like, I'm not doing a damn thing for you. She ended up going to jail that night.
Nice.
She got taken. If she could,
she deserved it.
I'm pretty sure she probably called somebody else. I mean, you can't get a guy that mad if you're not fucking some on the side. I'm just saying, she got into a fight over a T-shirt at JC. I'm not going to say the rest. At JC Penney's.
Fuck JC Shazae's house, his garage sale. The dude from NSYNC.
Shaquitas. No, I'm just saying that to me that's hilarious.
That is.
Two people got into a fist fight over a T-shirt. Imagine that. They weren't even wearing opposite colors.
What, like gangsters?
Oh, hell yeah.
That still happens?
I don't know.
Were you
not around here? It doesn't.
You're wearing your cross.
We're not in South Central, though.
Yeah. We're in central Minnesota.
Yep. I got a little oatmeal in mine.
Oh, yeah. Your oatmeal stout that you brewed is quite delicious. That is the sponsor of tonight's episode. Garage Band Brewing's oatmeal stout.
I'm going to say Wrecking House Brewing.
Wrecking House? That's going to be your offshoot?
Oh, yeah.
Well, then you're going to have to give back your Garage Band Brewer fucking name
No. That's just that's the award ceremony I go to.
Well, that's the expo.
Yep.
We participate in.
No, I'm going to say
with the home brew.
That's my home brewer name, Wrecking House Brewing.
Interesting.
Why not?
Well, I'm not.
No W at the beginning either.
It's going to be an R.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
RECK.
Yeah, Wrecking House.
Or are you going to do RECK?
No, RECKING.
How about RICK? Then
no, it's not RI. It's RECK.
Well, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say RI.
Wrecking House.
Yep, but what I meant is RE.
Yes. Wow. Hey, you know what we should talk about before we get too deep into this?
Into what? The proper spelling of your name?
Yes. Or into the bottles that we both possess. Is the Kim Jong-un thing.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, that aren't listening to this anyway, Kim King Jong-il was the leader of North Korea for the longest time. Not his youngest, but not his oldest. It's actually one of his youngest sons. Kim Jong-un is the guy that took over. And this year, he's 30 years old. He just actually executed his uncle. For the I want to get the proper term of this
Basically,
one, but
it was like
it had
treason.
to do with
like he was
ultimate high treason, or the charges like that. But it had to do with taking drugs, womanizing.
Really?
Yep. I mean, the actual way that they charged him with it was
like some like revolutionary activities or some shit. like that.
Revolutionary ideas.
Yeah, some bullshit.
It had to the point
Trumped
where
up.
I'm just going to say it this way. This is the epitome of what you would see if Saddam Hussein died and his power still lived on. Because this is the exact same thing. You've got a kid that was born into the lap of luxury where everything that he wanted was his to take. And now he's, the guy that owns everything. So even his uncle, who was always considered the number 2 power in the country, even when his dad was alive, I'm pretty sure what happened was his uncle was just like, whoa, your dad would never have done that. And he was just like, oh, no, well, my dad's not here, is he?
Yeah.
Neither are you. Because if you look at his record, and I'm just saying this, last year, he killed the most prominent general that the North Korean military has ever seen.
So basically, the one person that's like, no, don't nuke them.
Put it to you this way. If you look into his record, he killed his ex-girlfriend and 12 of her coworkers.
Damn.
She was an actress. And she did the plays and shit like that.
She kissed somebody on stage.
He got so pissed off at her that he killed her and the chicks that worked with her.
He didn't.
He did.
Well, he had it ordered.
He gave them the.
Well, I'm trying to make the very.
He greenlit it. That's all I'm saying.
I'm trying to make the very clear distinction that he's a chicken shit and he wouldn't have the cojones to actually kill.
I'm pretty
his
damn
girlfriend.
sure he's nowhere even close to it when it happens.
Yeah, he orders it when he's sitting on his ass,
exactly,
playing fucking Xbox One or
this
whatever
is
they have in
with
Korea.
Dennis Rodman.
Yeah. That's probably why Rodman likes him so much.
I'm just saying this. If
shit?
people thought that Dennis Rodman was a decent human being before, this should prove to them, because he's all, I don't know why the world has a problem with this guy. You fucking... Then apparently you don't read a goddamn thing about this guy. Apparently you were watching the Polygon TV.
Well, you expect Dennis Rodman to be up on... Like,
seriously, are you going to go into a place
events?
that the last time that you heard any American was there, either they're tortured, they're put into to the basic a death camp?
Yeah, but
or they're just thrown into a cell for the next 6 months, and you're going to honestly say that you're going to want to go there? But like I said, he doesn't listen to a goddamn thing. He fucking married himself. He doesn't even know what's up and down. He's a hell of an athlete, I will say that. But then again... He's probably still going to beat me on one-on-one. I'm just saying.
In basketball?
Well, yes, and I'll probably beat him at chess. I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay. I'll just say one-on-one and what?
Okay, anything other than basketball.
That's funny. Maybe a sprint.
Yeah, he'll probably still get me on that one. Sprint. Unless I can use my car.
That's not a sprint.
Oh, it is if you're... Oh, it's a drag. Never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, bad idea. No sprinting.
Okay.
I'm just saying, Kim Jong-un is the definition of not only a rich kid spoiled, but a kid that can kill you spoiled.
Did you hear about that one kid that... He's like 16 or something and ran over 4 people and injured a bunch of others and gave...
Yep.
And he got off because he was rich.
Got off.
Affluenza is what they
No,
call
no, no.
it.
He didn't get off. He got,
Probation.
15 years
Yeah,
of probation.
and some psych evaluations. That, I mean, where the judge, the defense actually uses the defense of saying, this kid is so rich and his parents were such terrible parents.
Yeah.
That he never reaped any consequences for any action he has.
Yeah.
So how can he be held accountable?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If that becomes a logical defense.
But to me, I'm just saying this way. I have actually said that to a cop. I didn't know that wasn't legal. And a cop have actually said to me, ignorance is no excuse. Legally, that's true.
Yeah, but being rich is.
Yeah, being rich is an excuse.
Hey, the way I like to say it is justice might be blind, but she sure can smell money.
Loves it. A little bit of a...
Why do you think her titty's hanging out?
Damn straight.
She's a fucking whore, that Lady Justice.
Well, she's got a blindfold, a titty hanging out, and a cup in front of you.
2. You can weigh it out.
Exactly.
Who's got the biggest load? That was kind of offsides.
Not really.
Okay. That's why John Ashcroft had to put that
You can't
tarp
tell
over
me
her.
that I'm the only person that's ever wondered what she's got under that toga when you look at the Statue of Liberty.
Have you ever been inside her? Once.
It was enough.
There's a lot of trinkets.
Yep. And then I realized how many other people were. And I just didn't feel special anymore. Like, it was such a cool feeling until you crossed the threshold. And then you went, should I get tested?
Probably. Probably. It's New York.
Yep. Don't touch the railing.
Not at all. That's disgusting.
The whole fucking town smells like pee. I'm not trying to say anything bad about New York. I'm just saying I'm a small town guy. And to me, the whole town smells like pee.
Well, I went in February the last time I was there, and it was frozen pee, so it did not stink.
So only in certain areas did it smell like pee.
No, because it was all frozen outside. Yeah. It was legit.
No, I remember going there because my grandparents lived in the exciting place of Wilmington, Delaware.
Delaware?
Yeah.
I'm in Delaware.
So we did like travels, and we went through Philadelphia. You know, like we drove all the way out there in the conversion van. So we stopped.
Did you go over the river and through the woods? To grandmother's house.
We went to a couple of places where I still remember this one. Is I didn't quite understand what was going on at the time. Okay. But we went into a neighborhood in Philadelphia because my dad wouldn't stop and ask for directions. He was going off of a map that he had that he said would lead him to where we needed to go.
This is before GPS?
Yeah, we went into an area where all of a sudden I heard click, click, where the doors went down. And you looked outside, and I'm not kidding you, there was fucking cars on blocks.
It was pretty dark out for how...
No, it was daytime.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty dark out.
I didn't realize what was going on, but I thought it was hilarious that all of a sudden click, click, click.
And then all of a sudden you see liquor store,
yeah.
gun store, Reebok store.
The first thing I remember was the cars on blocks. There was like 3 in a row where there were just cars on blocks. And I kept thinking, being like, how do they drive without the wheels? I didn't know.
So did he stop for directions?
Oh, no. We got the fuck out of there as fast as we could. But it was a one-way street, so we couldn't turn around. I still remember that, too.
Did you get encountered by any, like, hoodlums or run-amucks?
I don't remember any of that kind of shit. I was young enough where it was... vague to the point. In fact, most of my memory is probably just from the older siblings talking about it.
So obviously nothing traumatic happened. No. Or something really traumatic happened and you're blocking you're blocking it out, son.
Yeah. That's why I've always had no problem pooping.
That is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, well, you asked.
And you fucking told. Like always. Be careful.
And this all started from Kim Jong-un.
Hey, it all has to start somewhere. And it all ends somewhere. Where does it end?
Delusional paranoid ramblings from an American.
It's not even the name of the other show.
No, it's not, but that was fun.
For those of you who don't know what he's talking about, check out Delusional Ramblings from Paranoid American, my conspiracy pod. But I do have to admit, your oatmeal chocolate stout is delicious.
It's just oatmeal stout.
No, it's chocolate.
There's no chocolate.
It's been a point of
You don't
contention.
get to name my beer.
I didn't name it anything, but it's chocolate.
Fuck you. No, I just did. I found that amazing that. Well, we did kind of go off on the tantrum when we talked about Dennis Rodman.
Tantrum? What the hell is a tantrum?
Well, we digressed from the whole point of the Kim
A
Jong-un.
tangent?
Well, there we go. Yes,
You
tangent.
mixed up tangent and tantrum.
Well,
Hey, I'm just letting the people...
can't I make a new word?
See, that's the problem with happy hour before podcasting.
I'm just saying, can't I make up a new word? Webster's puts all that. Bootylicious is in that goddamn thing.
Hey, you can go for it, but I'm just letting people that don't speak drunkenese...
Oh, they know what I was talking about.
Okay.
All 12 of them. Meaning that
NSA.
we log in on 6 different computers, and there's 12 of them.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That was creepy.
I know.
Breathing in the mic like a goddamn stalker.
Well,
So, you know, I got some relatively, it's like 10-day-old news, but it's still fucked up Floridian news.
oh.
So, a Florida police officer that was not creepily breathing into the mic.
I tried.
I know, but a Florida police officer who was protesting President Obama's newly implemented health care law.
At least they didn't call it Obamacare. I'm just going to say
Yeah.
that. I am so sick of people saying Obamacare.
Why?
Because it's the Affordable Care Act.
Well, then you know for a fact that it's going to be expensive.
Just saying. That's what it is.
It's the AFA.
I'm so pissed off that every single person calls it Obamacare.
Oh my God, really? Where were you in the 90s with Hillary Care?
Did that come to fruition?
No, but it was a thing.
If Obamacare actually came to fruition, it would be a lot better than the Affordable Care Act.
Well, if we had free health care for everybody, it'd be
No. The
better.
Obamacare literally was a socialist health care. Everybody gets health care for a nominal price.
It's more fascist because the big insurance companies wrote the bill.
The original Obamacare that he talked about in the first point was
Like when he was in his primaries?
Everybody gets. Everybody.
That was more of a
gets it.
universal health care.
I'm just saying.
Oh.
What he was talking about when he first was running was more of a socialist healthcare, where he's like,
Oh, yeah.
every single one of you
Well,
gets.
he had to win the left.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't come up with that. In fact, right now, what he came up with, it's not Obamacare because he can't even say that. That was more steered by Congress than it was him to begin
Well, it's
with.
the same plan Bob Dole came out with.
Oh,
For all intents and purposes. It's pretty much the same.
I'm going to say
exact
95% Bob Dole.
Yeah.
Bob Dole.
And that's why Mitt Romney didn't win the election, because he was speaking out against something he endorsed and ran.
Yes, actually has.
And ran pretty fucking well in Massachusetts.
yes,
He should
yes.
have hung his hat on that.
He should have actually said, not only do we want to do this, I know how.
Exactly.
That's what he should have done. Instead, he came out and he was like, well, the bottom 45% are just
Lazy
stupid,
bit.
lazy bastards that are trying to live off us rich people. Like an idiot. But he should have just come out and been like, this will work. I know how. I've done it. This is me.
This is me.
Let's get this done. And instead, he was just a rich asshole. I mean, can you put it any other way? The motherfucker had it in his own state.
Yeah.
The motherfucker put it in his own state. He wasn't like, he didn't come in after this. He put it in that state. And then he was the one that was like, we shouldn't do this nationwide. Only where I was born. That's the best place.
Yeah.
Because God bless my place in the USA and no place else.
Yeah. Coming from a father who was born in Mexico.
Yeah, I'm just saying. It's hilarious to think that that kind of shit happens. He has that. He implemented it. Yet he doesn't want the rest of the country to have it.
Well, because he has to win the radical rednecks.
Yeah.
In the red state. The red state radical rednecks.
But I'm going to say...
Isn't that a sweet band name?
I'm going to ask this, though.
That'd be
for
awesome.
You were one of them. I was one of them.
What? Of
for
what?
the first time that Obama was actually up there, and he was like, hope and change. And all of us were just going, nom, 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 nom. I'm eating that shit up.
Well,
How
I worked on the campaign,
I'm
but
just-
I'm not sure how much I ate it all. No.
I went door to door. I'm just saying, only 250,000 doors, though.
But I really didn't believe.
Yeah. It was a job. I'm just saying, to the people like you and me that actually did, we ate that shit up going, God damn it, because we've just been getting the same rhetoric all the time. Even Bill Clinton, who was so fucking cool when he talked, he's like, I'm going to play the sax. Like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Yeah, no.
Back when he was president.
He was on the Arsenio Hall show. Who is back on the air?
Yeah.
Legit.
Once again, I'm just saying, when it came down to him running the first time, every single one of us were going, hope and change. God damn right. Both of them. I'm hoping it changes. And after the first time, you were just going, nothing has changed. It's been stupid talk. We're still not out of Gitmo.
Yeah.
We're still not out of any of the other shit he's been talking about getting out of. Now we're talking about being in Afghanistan for the next 12 years.
Well, so we can keep growing that opium.
Damn straight.
Did you see the record
Oh,
production?
whoa. Before we do that,
Production.
yes, I just look at it when the second term came about. People like me and you were looking at it going, these are my choices? I got the rich asshole and the douchebag that never did anything that said he was gonna... Fuck.
Yeah. I threw my vote away. I voted fucking Green Party. I almost voted Socialist Party just to be a dick.
I actually didn't vote for president last time.
Really? You just left it blank?
Yes.
Oh, what a protest.
I couldn't.
It's your only voice.
What
and
was
you
I
chose
going to
not
do?
to exercise
I did not like what Obama did the first 4 years. And I will say that firsthand, knowing that a lot of it was actually blocked by the Republican Senate and Congress. But when he got power...
with the bullshit filibuster where they threatened filibuster.
Yes.
Because they could have pushed it through the Senate if
Well, they
needed.
also could have made the whole shit that they just did where the filibuster needed to be reined in more.
Yeah.
They could have done that a long time ago, but they didn't do that. Mm-hmm. I mean, there's a lot of different shit that you could say that I'm just saying, for what we were promised, nothing was delivered. And then in the second term, what was promised is now half-assed delivered. Yes, you do have to somewhat get pissed off at the whole party that was trying to... Because what was it?
Yeah.
Obama has been filibustered more than 50% of the actual filibusters that were before him. The entire president. He's 44.
Yeah.
And he has more than half of the entire thing in filibusters.
The
He's
history of
president
filibustering.
44. Before him, there was, don't quote me on this one, but there was like 70-ish filibusters. And we're almost in 200ths now. Like, I don't know the exact numbers right now because I'm a little jacked up, but...
Jacked up. Sounds like you've been snorting speed all night.
Well, that's what this oatmeal stout does.
Yeah.
Wrecking House Brewery. Good times since 2013.
Wrecking houses. Do you have a website?
Fuckyou.com.
I think that's taken.
WreckingHouseFuckYou.com.
I don't think that's taken. All right, but yeah, that was you got in a pretty good rant for just me getting into like one sentence of this fucked up Floridian.
Goddamn right.
But just to recap.
Okay. Floridian news.
A Florida police officer who was protesting President Obama's newly implemented healthcare law was arrested because he refused to take off a Guy Fawkes mask.
Guy Fawkes?
Yeah, the French Revolution. No, he wasn't French.
Okay. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He was British.
Yes.
What the hell am I talking about? He wanted to blow up Parliament. Remember the 5th of November. So he was wearing, basically.
When you first said that, I thought Guy Fawkes. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what the Guy Fawkes and the girl Fox.
But I know what the fox say.
Yeah, exactly. Ah, you dick.
Sorry. All right, so this motherfucker.
Plagiarism.
His name is Erickson Harrell. 2 R's and 2 L's.
Ooh.
Just like the girlfriend.
No relation.
No, I don't know. I should ask her. Hey, are you related to Erickson Harrell? 39 of Florida? No. Okay.
H.
He was wearing a mask, a black cape, and holding an introverted American flag.
Introverted?
Yeah, upside down.
Huh.
No, well, inverted.
That's why when you said that.
Hey, I'm adding levels and labels and added syllables. How much is this?
Dramatic.
What's the percentage of this stout?
It's pretty good.
All right, but he was protesting Obamacare, is what he says. So he did say Obamacare.
Yeah, he did.
That Erickson
of course he
Harrell.
did. People don't say it's the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah, and he was asked several times to remove his mask and produce some form of identification, or at least tell us his name," said the cops. And he refused, so they fucking took his ass and
tase him.
No, they didn't do that.
Tase him.
The mask. Well, then they go on to say the mask is the same popularized in the V for Vendetta movies.
I'd fucking tase him.
And also by the activist hacking collective known as Anonymous. The police report does not mention whether other protesters were at the scene or if Harrell was holding his own individual rally.
He was holding something.
It does say, though, Harrell was not willing to tell police who he was, quote, stating his anonymity was his cause, thus the mask.
Really?
He stated the mask was used by movement groups around the world for protests. So basically, he was kind of protesting the whole NSA bullshit because he just said it, his anonymity. So he's like,
he should have I'm nobody, but I'm everybody.
Exactly. I am protesting.
Shouldn't matter who I am if I'm here.
I'm exercising my First Amendment.
Yeah. And I completely understand that. You can't just arrest somebody because they have a mask on.
Well,
did they do something illegal?
Well, by being creepy and standing.
How is that illegal?
How dare the slave realize it has power?
I'm just saying.
That needs to be
People
stopped.
need to understand this, and I'm going to say this point blank. The master of the country has always been the people.
It should be, but it's really
the
not.
Leaders fear the people. The people don't fear the leaders. When that happens, you're a slave.
And that's where we're sitting right now.
Yes.
Son.
Yes. You should not fear police. You shouldn't fear governors. You shouldn't fear senators. You shouldn't fear the president. Every single person in this country should have the balls to be able to walk up to the president and say, I think we should do this. Not, oh my God, it's nice to meet. I can't believe I'm meeting. Fuck you. You work for me.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I don't give a fuck who you are. You work for me. I'm going to walk up to you and go, this should happen. Get it done. If you don't listen to me, you don't listen to me. Because you don't only work for me. You work for 400 million other me's.
No, we're not that big yet.
Pretty close.
Yeah, we just hit the
With
300.
all, are you,
We just
legals,
hit the
legals,
touche. But we're 350 then.
are you fucking kidding me?
Well, into California.
Yeah, just in California. I'm just saying, no, I don't give a fuck. They work for me. I don't look at any of them as being special or cool or... No, you're the 44th motherfucker that should listen to me. And I understand, since there's as many me's as there is, you can't personally listen to me. But that's why we have the representatives we do. And they still don't listen to me.
Well, look who our specific representative is.
Exactly.
For fuck's sake.
Nothing in this county.
Michelle
Oh
batshit
my
crazy
God.
Bachman.
I am actually so pissed off that I can say that she is from my district.
Or that your district elected her.
No, I'm going to go with mine.
That she was even bred
Yes.
and raised where you
Because
reside?
she should not be here. That just makes
There's
Minnesota.
worse people
that
from
makes
this
Minnesota.
area.
It seems that we're like Fargo all over again. Oh, you betcha! Just stupid fucks
Yeah.
that throw people through wood chippers.
At least we have Jesse Ventura.
Okay.
They killed our president. Out in hardcover. Check it out.
I'm just saying, it sucks being from the 6th district of Minnesota.
Yeah. But at least she's not running again, thankfully.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for that. I don't care who comes after her. I'm still going to be like, well, at least they didn't say they hallucinated after 3 days of not eating and Jesus told them to run.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking crazy bitch. I hope you listen to this. Hashtag crazy bitch.
Well, I think we should get into our sports segment of the night. Don't you?
Well, yeah.
Would you? I mean, well, the Wild were kind of disappointing, but I think I want to start with a different story.
Yeah.
So, the University of North Dakota is looking for a new head coach. So they received this resume from this guy, and the headline is, "Man applies for UND head coach job, cites playing Madden as experience."
Well, hire him.
I know, and the best part is he enters this like PowerPoint presentation where one slide has my coaching philosophy. First bullet point, chuck the pigskin. Second bullet point, 4th down, chuck the pigskin.
Fucking right.
Third bullet point, onside kick, never punt.
Onside kick.
Blitz every down, attacking defense, Buddy Ryan style.
Damn straight.
We will win a lot of football games. Actually, all of them.
Ooh.
We will graduate our players. Well, not really, because they'll all be leaving early for the NFL. That's awesome. That's his coaching philosophy. And then he actually, check this out, he actually takes screenshots of Madden.
Oh, yeah.
The playbook in Madden. And his plays are, he goes, my playbook, Hail Mary trips.
Hail Mary.
Hail Mary. Hail Mary trio.
Because nobody will ever see that coming 5 times in a row.
Exactly. And then he goes, thanks to years of playing the Madden and NCAA football franchises on Sega, Genesis, and PlayStation.
Wow.
What are you oohing and awing about?
I'm just saying, that's what you got to do.
Ooh and ah?
Yes. That's what happens.
Okay, you're just acting. You're just like reacting
Because he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
This is amazing that people are actually. I deal with this shit all the time, so I've got to make it seem like it's actually interesting.
So you don't find this interesting?
I find it interesting that somebody's stupid enough to do this, and that's why it's news. But to me, it's not news because I deal with this shit every single day. You know what I mean? Go ahead for the rest of everybody, because you got to finish this off, and then I'll go into my job.
Okay. Then you'll go into your job. You really just like bitching about your job.
Oh, hell yeah, I do.
But basically he says, thanks to the years of playing Madden and NCAA football franchises on Sega Genesis and PlayStation, Christopher McComas, sorry, I do not want to mispronounce that name, because this dude deserves the respect.
Oh, yeah, he does. Yeah, you're that stupid.
Christopher McComas feels confident he can lead the University of North Dakota to football immortality.
Why wouldn't you?
His plan? Chuck the pig.
Chuck the pigskin.
And then chuck it some more. Relentless defense, no mercy punting. McComas saw on Twitter that UND was looking for a new coach and thought, hey, what the hey, let's have some fun. He wrote a letter to athletic director Brian Faison expressing interest in the position and provided his qualifications. And he quotes from the qualifications in his letter, my football philosophy is basically an attacking one. We're going to give air raid a whole new definition. Theoretically, how many times do you think a team can pass in a game? Challenge accepted. It's like the delusional ramblings of a moron. We're going 5 wide. Chucking the pigskin all over the place. Never punt. Onside every time. Chip Kelly will be calling me to learn my offense.
What?
We will put on an exciting brand of football. We will pack them into Alaris Center night in and night out. Go ahead and blow the roof off the place and add about 35,000 seats to that place.
Ooh.
In addition to the letter, he submitted a 9-page PowerPoint presentation getting into the brass tacks of his candidacy. His credentials.
Candidacy? He's from Canada?
No. The credentials. He puts it. He has a PowerPoint slide that's like domination. He's like, played Madden on Sega Genesis, used the Bills, rarely lost a game, was on fire all the time, never used cheat codes.
Really?
Made Thurman Thomas a god.
Oh.
Played NCAA football, all of them, PS2. Used Marshall University or Hawaii. Won multiple NCAA championships. Recruited top class year in and year out with the Herd. That's Marshall, in case you didn't know, Sam. Nick Saban is mediocre compared to me.
Holy shit.
Averaged nearly 900 yards per game with Hawaii. For real. He adds that for real.
I'm just saying, if you're working 20-minute quarters like most games usually take,
20-minute quarters. That's hockey is 3 20-minute periods.
What's
it's usually
football?
15 minutes.
15 in there?
Because
Okay.
it's an hour. Yeah.
I don't fucking pay attention to football. I don't watch football, but I'm just saying.
Obviously.
I played Madden quite a bit.
Yeah.
But I only did 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, if you can only get, because I would only assume that you got to be playing a full game to get 900 yards like that.
Well, no, he was just that good at Madden.
Oh, so he was still playing the 5-minute quarters.
I have no idea.
I'm just saying. It's just stupid that
Hey.
I used to play it.
Yeah. But my favorite part is he goes, the plan. My plan is recruit great players.
Oh.
2, win a lot of games.
Yeah.
3, recruit more great players.
Ooh.
4, win more games.
Well, of course, with the great players that you've recruited.
This is great. College Game Day will permanently set up shop in Grand Forks. You know what College Game Day is?
ESPN?
Yeah.
I would assume.
Where they have those 3.
I was just assuming that he was just like, yeah, they're going to want to be here.
Yeah. And this is the best part. On his fucking slideshow, he actually puts up these trophy cases and go, you're going to need to invest in about 12 of these.
Nice.
He's actually he works for Marshall University. That's like some athletic assistant type shit.
And a Madden head.
Yeah. So what do you think about that in the news?
Well, I would say hire him.
You'd say hire him?
Nobody else has a resume like that.
Hey, he's got a better resume than the coach for the SCSU girls hockey team. His only athletic credential is he was a gymnast in high school, but that qualifies him to coach women's hockey for some reason.
Maybe he's good with hockey. I don't know.
No.
Like that was his calling.
Well, I'll have to see how they did tonight because they're playing UMD, and I don't think they didn't do too good every time I've ever seen them.
Well, he's got to get more eggs on the ice.
Eggs?
Oh, soft
boom!
paddles.
Mighty Ducks reference.
Damn straight.
Loving it.
That's how you win championships. Eggs on the ice.
You know how you don't win championships? By having
fat girls on the ice.
Amen. And having a masturbation notice.
You have to be notified to do that?
Well,
I do it just willy-nilly.
Check this out. The University of Nebraska actually had to post a masturbation notice.
What?
Yep, and it reads...
Like, what did it notice? You all masturbate, so I hereby decree you all masturbate.
I'm going to read it for you. Masturbation in the showers and bathroom stalls is a direct violation of the University of Nebraska-Lincoln's Housing Code of Conduct. Our drains are not built to withstand semen.
Are you kidding me? This has got to be a joke.
Semen is like predator blood. It just eats through fucking pipes.
You're talking about alien blood, but I see where you're going with
shit,
this.
son. I'm sorry.
Alien versus Predator.
Because, yeah, predator blood is like glow sticks.
Yeah, it glows in the dark. Well, it glows every time. But yeah. I just can't believe. So you can't masturbate in the showers. Can you fuck a chick in the showers?
No, well, only if you come inside of her.
Hey, but what if she squats afterwards?
Well, no, you can't do that. That's not allowed. The pipes can't withstand semen.
Exactly.
He fucking shoots a load like Superman.
It's like anti-aircraft shells and shit. Oh, the pipes aren't going to take it.
We're heading into the flak.
Are there that many fucking people that are jacking off in the showers?
I know.
They're clogging up the goddamn pipes.
They're making drain babies.
It's like a giant fucking water balloon in the pipes from them.
No, this is legit. See, it's an actual photo put on Facebook.
Oh, that's hilarious.
About the where the sign is posted. And I mean, it just
take
our drains are not built to withstand semen. Really?
Why would you make college drains not withstand semen? I'm just going to say that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you're in college, I'm going to put it to you this way. When you're in high school, well, most of us were just...
Most of us.
You couldn't get your hands off yourself when you were alone. But in college, it's the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, I wonder if this is a co-ed shower, that's why.
Well, I don't care.
That's
so hilarious.
Great. So it goes on to say every year...
Either there's a lot of guys in that co-ed shower that are pulling out, or...
Pulling out. So it goes on to say every year the University of Nebraska-Lincoln spends thousands of dollars in maintenance because of the excessive amount of semen residue in the pipes.
That's the tuition hike right there. Because guys will not stop jacking off in the showers. It's 5% a year up every year because of so much semen.
That's the problem. Cum is thicker than water.
That's what it's sticky. So sticky. It just sticks to all the pipes. It's like cholesterol. It's bad cholesterol.
I can't believe this. This is hilarious. And then it continues. The repair costs are added directly to your housing contracts.
Oh.
The cost cannot be charged to the... What the fuck is that? What does that say?
Cocksucker.
Cannot be charged to the bursar.
The birther?
No, the bursar. It looks like bursar. That must be. I didn't live in college housing.
I have no idea.
So I don't know what a bursar is. Oh, bursar. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so we're gonna just read this sentence again and glaze over
the person.
The cost cannot be charged to the person as the repairs are completed by independent contractors, not UNL personnel. Oh, okay. University of Lincoln, Nebraska, or Nebraska-Lincoln. All right. And then it goes with huge, look at that, huge letters. It goes on and says, please masturbate in your own bedrooms. Doors closed. Contact your RA if you have any questions, concerns, or suspect of repeat offenders. Thank you for cooperation. Go Big Red. Your thought.
I'm just going to say this right now. Girls of Lincoln, Nebraska. Put out. I'm just saying it right now that if there's that much cum in the fucking...
There shouldn't be that much cum in the drains. There should be that much cum in them.
Well, you get some stocking Trojans and then open them legs. I'm just saying.
And make sure the student medical center's got plenty of Plan B.
That's what I'm... Stockpile that penicillin.
Penicillin, that's if you get the herpes.
I'm just... Well, you gotta get something.
I'm more worried about
and little tiny combs. Little tiny combs.
I'm more worried about pregnancy.
That's what Planned Parenthood
I can
is
deal
for.
with herpes the rest of my life. I don't know if I can deal with a kid the rest of my life.
Oh. I know I can't deal with a kid the rest of my life. I love to give them back to their parents.
Yeah.
I can play with them for a little while, being like, hey, what's going on? And back to your dad. Don't care. Fill you with sugar. And then you're gone.
Then you're gone.
Once you start doing your... Nope.
Done. Done.
That's why I'm not a parent.
Yep. Here's some drums for Christmas.
Yeah.
Take it home.
You remember that 45 minutes of fun you had that resulted into this? Now it's 10 years later and you can have it back.
Exactly. Don't you wish you would have stopped to put the condom on?
Yep.
Well, no, because they're a blessing.
Or be able to pull out.
Yeah. But all parents, even if it is a huge fuck up, they'll always say, no,
it's the best thing that ever happened.
The best thing that ever happened. Even though the baby daddy punches me in the face on the regular, but my child's the best thing that's ever happened.
You know, that's the other fun part that you never hear a parent that's like, oh, I knew my kid was going to be a fucking serial killer. That douchebag, he would poke the eyes out of birds that he caught. And you never hear that shit.
And usually the parents that do say that, the kids turn out really normal. It's the parents that are fucked up.
I just think it's hilarious that kind of stuff actually... Really, you didn't think the kid was fucked up to begin with? Half the kids in this country are fucked up, and I don't think it's... I actually think it's a cop-out that people say, my parents did this, my parents did that. Every single one of our parents fucked us up somehow. That's the curse of being a parent.
Yeah.
You're never going to be good enough in some aspect where you're going to fuck up.
That's what worries me about ever being a parent is just
every single parent does, though.
The emotional scars I'm going to leave on whatever entity I bring into this world.
But you know what I mean?
Be devastating.
Every single parent does the exact same thing where they fuck a kid up somehow.
Oh, yeah.
It's up to the kid to find out if they can handle that fuck up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that every fuck up is the same.
Well, yeah, some people cause a lot more damage than others.
You know, sexually molesting a kid is not the same as going, no, you can't have ice cream. You know, like, but I'm just saying every parent fucks up something.
Yeah.
Whether that's whatever it is. I'm not even going to get any more. It's just everybody is fucked up somehow.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody has the fairy tale
appointment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. That's why I've always said to people that, when they bitch about, not being able, how, girls be like, oh, guys are so crazy, or, guys that talk to me like, oh, women are so crazy. I'm like, hey, we're all crazy. The whole point is trying to find somebody who's crazy you can deal with. That's pretty much what it all boils down to.
Exactly.
Can you deal with their neurosis?
Yep.
Well, it's okay. Because we all got our fucking foibles and our stupid bullshit that we bring.
I never understood it when my dad told me that the first time, of saying, you actually like somebody for their personality. You love somebody for their faults. Never understood that until I met my wife. And then I realized, she drives me fucking crazy. But I still want to be right next to her.
While she's driving you crazy?
Exactly. I never understood that until I found that out. I like her because of who she is, but I love her because the shit that drives me crazy still doesn't drive me away.
Yeah.
So I never understood that until I met my wife. But it's completely true. You like somebody because of who they are. You love somebody because of their faults. Because if you can't overlook their faults,
yeah,
you obviously don't love them.
That is true.
You just like them. Being like, no. When he starts getting like that, I'm just going to leave.
Yep.
It's one of those things, though, like I said, that he told me that years ago. And it had to be years because he didn't even meet her. He died too fast.
Well, he wasn't specifically
Too soon.
talking about her.
Yes, but he was talking about the love that I would have in my life.
Well,
at least until this point.
My first wife.
Yep, I have to do that. But
she's going to be my first ex-wife.
Yes, my first ex-wife. I love that. Oh, God, it's a good thing she doesn't listen to this. But I will say that it's completely true. You like somebody for who they are, but you can't honestly say that you love somebody unless you can look at them and go, yeah, I know this, and this is wrong with you, but I'm just going to let it slide. You can't. Because every couple, unless you're going to just want to battle all the time, you have to just let it slide.
Let it slide, slippy,
yep,
slide.
just be like, that's them.
Being an idiot.
Yep, that's them. I'm not even going to fucking work with that. Because that's them.
We'll just ride the storm out. They'll be normal soon enough.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like, I'm going to put up with that for the rest of my life because that's them.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to fix that one because that's easy one. She's not massively killing anybody or,
No, she's killing you slowly.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. And I agreed to do that.
Exactly.
I figured life is going by way too fast. I need a wife.
Exactly. Well, hey, if she does kill you, I will do a reading at your funeral.
Hell yeah.
Because officially, I am chaplain of
Damn
the
straight.
Eagles
And
Club.
officially, I am a member.
And
602 bitches.
No, it's not 602. It's 622.
622 bitches.
And you're a member.
Deuce.
Get it right.
Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah. But luckily, I only have to do the chaplain gig until May. And then I can be vice president after that for a year, and then I'll be president.
I never understood why you wanted to do that.
Why?
It's just, I don't know.
Dude, I was already talking to Mikey last night about setting up a craft beer expo at the Eagles Club. Seeing what kind of logistics we need to get done. I'm going to talk to Wally. He works at the Budweiser distribution plant. They do the crafties. I'm going to see what kind of logistics we need to get down to actually pull off an event to showcase some craft beers, get the members in there, get some of the outside public to come to the Eagles
You
Club.
You're vice pres after this.
Yeah.
And then you're pres after that.
Yeah, and then past president
you're
after that.
Yeah, you're still talking about a ways away.
Hey, you got to lay the groundwork early, dude. This is the Eagles Club. They're full of old people. We're trying to infuse some youth, and you need to help me out with this. We need to get younger
How would
people
I do this?
because we're gonna be the next leadership.
I don't want to be the leadership of.
Okay, you're just gonna help me get younger people in so we can keep this club going. This is a great bar, and it's dying away because all the members are super fucking old. We need an infusion of some young blood to take it into the 21st century. I mean, it barely turned the corner into the 20th century a few years ago. I mean, those old people, goddamn, they were pissed when they got a Facebook page. I'm thinking about starting an Eagles podcast and a Twitter account.
understand that, though. I don't want a Facebook page either.
But I mean, what do we want?
I got talked into a Facebook page.
But don't you think, as a member of the Eagles Club,
I got South Parked into a Facebook page.
As a member of the Eagles Club, would you not be kind of pumped if we had an annual craft beer expo?
Oh, that'd be cool.
You pay to go.
Fuck the Facebook
because
page.
what we want, because we're a nonprofit, we want to raise money. So obviously we would charge to get in, and then
not if you're a member.
Well, it should be discounted, but
Call me Melody.
But what we want to do then as well is get the members so they can, get exposed to craft beers, because if you just bring craft beer to them, and they're never going to try it. But if you let them try a variety,
This is IPA 48.
Except we can get fucking Boston's Brewing in there. That's what I
would
do.
like. I would love to have a keg of Latitude 48.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to want to do, is because those old people are afraid of change and they're not just going to try it. But if they get to try a whole gambit of other stuff and then actually get to tell us at the club what they prefer.
All right. I'm in it with you. I'll do the shit that you're talking me into do. If I can pick out one Sam Adams beer that we have on tap.
Okay,
all the time.
Your responsibility, though, is if it doesn't get drank,
I drink it.
You have to buy it out.
Fucking right.
All right, done. Cheers.
My God, will I buy it out?
Cheers, then.
I would love to have a fucking keg of IPA 48. This is some of my favorite shits.
Then you better get on it and go to the Eagles if we get it every night and pound that keg down. Or else the trustees...
Are you fucking kidding me?
Or else the trustees would never let it float. Because we're not profit, but we don't waste money.
This isn't a waste. You can get me $5 a glass on this shit.
See, Mikey, the bartender, doubts me that we can pull this off. That's what makes me want to do it even more. It's because he's like, I don't think you guys could do it.
Do what?
Craft beer?
Oh, fuck him.
He goes, if it was that easy, we would have done it already.
Nope.
But he doesn't understand.
It's not that
a marketing campaign.
Doing a fucking...
You got to do it right.
Doing anything there isn't that easy because you don't have a bar fucking manager.
Well, you do. But
I can't speak ill about him. I'm just saying, it just doesn't work when you don't have a committed person that tries to make it happen. And I understand. He's got a different job.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to say is, like, I think that would help having little events like that where the members... Because the St. Cloud Country Club does that. Because that's what... When I go to the Scotch tastings or I go to the whiskey tastings with Heath... The whole point of that is it's for members of the country club to then tell them which whiskey they want to have stocked next.
Yeah.
And we need to do that at the Eagles Club with some beer.
Yeah.
Because they have quite a few taps.
Or Scotch. I will take Scotch as well.
Amen.
My wife works there now, so she'll probably serve it to me, and then I can get a ride home with her.
I mean, that's might be the only downfall is it's not the demographic and the big spenders at the Eagles as it is at the St. Cloud Country Club.
The difference is the Eagles don't tip as well. No, I'm not going to even say that. Rich people don't tip.
Yeah.
So St. Cloud Country Club or Eagles Club, yeah, they're both the same kind of shit where rich people don't tip.
in all honesty, I mean, it's not like you're talking about the Eagles Club is dealing with lower rung of society.
No.
It's almost the same kind of
We're the
clientele.
lowest rung of society that's in there.
Because we can afford the yearly membership.
Exactly.
Just barely. Just barely.
Skin of my teeth.
I always got to wait for tax season.
Yeah. Yep, that's what I wait for too.
Just kidding.
I don't get money back.
You're like, I'm married with a house. I don't get shit. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting being the chaplain where I'm going to possibly have to do speeches at people's funerals.
Speak your mind that isn't your mind.
And then I have to go to every meeting and do the opening prayer and then the sick and dead report.
I can't believe you're doing it.
I just want to be president because it'll look bomb ass on the resume. President of a nonprofit? That's pretty sweet. And that helps me in my political career.
You've already made a promise to me.
What?
I know for a fact that I
when
can't.
did I make this promise?
Oh no! You already
When
said,
I was like,
you already said when you go for political career, I've got a job.
Well, scrubbing toilets, amen.
Fuck you!
Ah,
Can't let my mind go to waste.
you're
like
definitely
that.
not going to be a speechwriter.
Oh, I will write your speeches. Fuck you, you fucking assholes. I know 29% of you do not like me, and I hate you all.
And I have all of your names.
The rest of you, I'm cool with.
Yep.
You guys can lick my gooch.
Jelinski 2016.
Yep. Paid for by.
Yep. I am Jake Jelen. Oh, hey, watch
Hey,
out.
knocked it over.
No, stop it. Quit molesting it. Are you okay? Now you're petting it. It's okay.
I knocked it over.
All right.
It doesn't like me anymore.
So all conversation comes to a screeching halt.
Why not?
Well, we're already at over an hour. Should we just call it for the week or what?
Should we?
Might as well.
I don't think I have anything major to say.
Me neither.
Should have probably been cut a little while ago.
Whatever. Hey, let's go down to the bowling alley here in a bit.
In a bit?
Have a couple beers. Maybe hit up some midnight bowling. Well, I'm not going to bowl.
You're talking crazy talk.
Well, a bunch of my coworkers are going over there to do midnight bowl. I'm just going to go over there and have a couple 90 shillings.
Ooh.
You down?
After I have...
What you bought?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I don't... Midnight bowl doesn't start till 10. It's
Are
9
you?
o'clock.
Did you just say that?
Midnight bowl does not start until 10.
I love this country.
I know. Well, I suppose they call it extreme bowling, where they got the black lights, the Katy Perry.
Oh, so they don't actually call it midnight bowling.
Probably not.
Oh, hey, here's another thing that I want on record. When you just said Katy Perry,
Yeah.
she just won prettiest. Well, it wasn't prettiest. It was most attractive woman on earth.
World's most beautiful woman.
There we go.
I disagree.
Boo. Katy Perry, I know you're a listener.
Yep.
I like you.
I ain't kicking
You're
you.
sweet. You're a sweet woman. Love you. But you're not the prettiest woman. Not happening.
What I'm more offended by is... That was really loud into the mic. I apologize. But what I'm really offended... Yeah, sorry. I was just kind of...
made love to that
I just
microphone.
went down on it like... But, okay. Take two. What I'm really offended by is... Go. Is how the goddamn Pope is the Time Person of the Year.
Huh.
How isn't it Snowden?
Did you hear, though? The second was Miley Cyrus.
Shut the fuck up. Was it?
They were actually going to give it to Miley Cyrus.
Why?
Because she twerked.
Why?
Because she twerked, and I even know what twerking is. because of her twerking.
So she deserved
That's
it.
why she was second. She barely got beat out by the fucking Pope. Miley Cyrus, that little country bitch.
I thought you were going to say cunt when you said country.
You got what I was saying there.
That little country.
I'm just saying, barely beat out the... Yeah, that's amazing to me, though, that the Pope got it. Just a touch.
I don't understand. Do you not agree? It should have been Edward Snowden. Was he not the most influential person?
I'm just going to say, by popular demand, you might say Steve Jobs. I mean...
But he's dead. How can he be the person of the year?
I'm just saying.
He's the corpse of the year.
His shit's still out there, apparently. Says them.
It should have been Snowden. He's the biggest patriot this country has seen in quite some time.
Well,
he gave up his citizenship. He's exiled.
You and I both differ on what apparently the country thinks is being a patriot. Because you and I would both say that he's a patriot, and you and I would both actually go against, apparently, what the law of the land says. Because apparently he's not a patriot. Apparently he is let's just put it this, a homegrown terrorist is what basically our country has said.
Yeah, he's a spy.
Yep. And you and I would disagree with that. And I think we would be in the majority that when somebody proves that our government is a piece of shit and then all of a sudden gets ousted being like, we will kill you if you come back here. Really? That's not showing that you're a piece of shit?
No.
So, to me, that's just saying it. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier of Kim Jong-un. Mm-hmm. When his uncle was like, oh, this isn't how your dad run things. You're dead. Because now I run it this way. It's the same thing that our country does. Fuck you. This is how I run things. We had a fucking president who called himself the fucking decider.
Yes.
Isn't that exactly what Kim Jong-un is doing right now? I'm the fucking decider. You die, you die, you die. All 18 of you die.
Well, the same could be said for Obama with his fucking drone strikes.
Exactly. So it comes down to the point of who's the fucking crazy one. We're all fucking crazy when it comes down to the bullshit of believing what our government says.
And we all let it happen. It's a collective delusion.
But it's all to the point of what we believe our government says.
Well, why would you? They're pathological liars.
Exactly. But the majority of the people do. Or they just believe the bullshit in general. That's why Fox News is still in broadcast.
Yeah, I can't believe people believe the prostitute media.
I can't believe that people believe CNN or Fox News.
Yeah.
Both of them. If you're a 24-hour newscast, you're bullshit.
Well, how can you be a 24-hour newscast and have zero investigative journalists?
Or up-to-date bullshit. Like, if you're a 24-hour newscast, you should be like, well, there's a fucking crime that's happening in Siberia right now. Let's go to that.
Yeah, it's not. They just basically replay editorial shows all night.
It's absolutely bullshit. You should not have more than 4 to 6 hours of news a day. You should be able to collectively put it all in there.
Yeah.
You should be like, here's what happened today.
Like a real time of everything. But also a real time of everything kind of sucks because facts are half reported and all convoluted.
That's why I'm saying 24-hour news should never happen. Because 24-hour news is the shit of, Well, this may or may not have happened.
But it's basically...
Well, we've got new information that it may or may not have happened.
Well, the mainstream media channels that we have in America could basically be equated to 24-hour propaganda stations.
Wait, Jake, we have a new update. We may or may not have known this.
Known what?
That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
That's what literally
what freedoms do I have to give up now because of what you
That's
didn't know?
what our newscast is, though.
Oh, exactly.
This is an exclusive. We may or may not know this has happened. But what people say has happened, may or may not have happened, is that he took his penis out and peed on the lilies. Back to you, Chuck. What the fuck was that? You never know what the fuck is actually happening because never any information comes through.
Yeah.
They always say what may or may not have happened, or like they always give you the most vague information in the news, and then you're supposed to just basically think the worst is going to happen.
Well, because it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they sell fear.
Yep.
They sell fear and
the
accuracy.
entire decision of the news to go to that point, I can't respect any of them anymore.
Basically, if you watch cable news and you see the advertisements they have in between the programming, all you can clearly define is they sell fear.
Yep.
And they sell prescription drugs.
Exactly.
That's it. During the broadcast,
if your dick isn't hard,
Yep.
take this.
During the broadcast, pumping fear, fear, fear. When it's commercial time, it's prescription drugs.
Yep.
Acura. This girl, you're afraid this girl won't fuck you? Get
Something with a Z or an X,
Yep.
and then they know it works.
Yeah, exactly. Get an Acura.
Works with an X.
But worry about the Z.
Exactly.
Except for Zoloft.
Oh.
Zoloft has done wonders for me.
Yep.
No.
Makes me sleep like a dream. I'm going to kill him. But I just, yeah, it comes down to the factor that this country is so off kilt. Like,
It's
kilter, excuse me.
It's a topsy-turvy world.
Well, you can say that. And then the other way that I can say it is the way that this country has actually balanced itself. It actually does seem like a square world. Like you go to one edge or the other and you just fall off. And if you fall off that's where the police pick you back up.
It's a square world trying to fit into a round hole.
Once you get picked up by the police, though, you never get out of that realm.
Oh, you're fucked.
And unfortunately, the remaining few of us who haven't actually had a felony, the longer that this country becomes a bureaucratic country, the more felonies that are actually given.
Well, yeah, as long as you have a prison industry that is privatized and for profit, and that is giving kickbacks to the prosecutors and the judges that are sentencing these people. Basically, if you're...
And you're also giving actual positions of power to people that, the cops that go there and arrest people for absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a bud of pot on you. Well, now I'm going to charge you with selling.
Well, that's what they want, because they basically, how the justice system works is all the non-violent drug offenders they put in jail because they make easy prisoners, and all the psychopaths...
Easy and expensive prisoners.
Yeah, and then all the psychopaths they let out of prison and make them cops. It's like...
And the best part about it is those easy and inexpensive prisoners that you put in there that are the ones that go in for drugs, they come out actual hardened criminals.
Yeah.
You put them in with a bunch of murderers and rapists, what do you think they're going to become? Apparently nobody in the judicial system, I hate that word though, the judicial system, it just sounds like you're drunk even if you're not.
Well, you're also really drunk.
But even if you're not.
Okay.
I'm just saying. You put somebody through it and everybody comes out a loser. The way that our judge, jury, and executioner works, we always come out a loser on it. There's no rehabilitation to anything. It's, oh, well, you get 20 years with dealing with your own kind. Not only that, but people that are worse than you and are going to make you worse. So we're going to give you 20 years of that. And then you have paid your debt to society. So you can come back out and not get a job. Because nobody wants to hire a felon who's been in for 20 years. And then, when everything's said and done and you can't get a job, we're going to still ask you for money. Seems like a good system, huh? That doesn't seem to me at all that person would have to try to steal to get back into the system.
I think more of the way the system that they're trying to set up is kind of like I was describing before, where you put all the drug offenders and nonviolent criminals into prison. You let all the psychos out to be cops, kind of like reminiscent of Clockwork Orange, and then inside the prison,
yeah, but the psychos still come out to be cops.
Yeah, they do.
No, the psychos are the cops the cops are the psychos from high school
and Fallujah.
Yes.
But then what you do is then you take this prison population you have and you actually employ them and make them do real jobs that people have. So not only now in America do you have to compete with poverty and sweatshop labor in China, you also have to compete with prison population within your own country
that are true.
Getting paid 20.
That is true.
And the capitalists love it. They're making money off the people being in prison from the endless cash cow.
That's why it's stopped being a state-run or a federal-run anything. And now the majority of them are actually... They're still state and federal-run, but the majority of them are actually micromanaged by companies. I think that's hilarious.
Well, yeah, and they just bribe the judges and the prosecutors to keep giving them fucking...
It's a micromanagement, though. It's a company who's doing the books for a state-run or a federal-run agency.
Well, it's not even federally or state-run. It's basically the federal government...
micromanaged.
It's not micromanaged. It's basically you have a private prison that has a state just feeding you fucking clients. And it's a pretty sweet gig if you can get it. I mean, in all honesty, if I could be, enslaving young kids at a premium and having a cash cow known as the United States bankrolling it.
Oh, fucking right.
Why wouldn't you?
I wish I could get that kind of backing.
We
should put in for a grant.
Well, the problem is
just because of this podcast, we should put in for a grant and be like, no, we need a grant. We talk about political shit.
But
I think
we'd probably
250,000 will help us.
We'll be audited.
Just start it.
We'll be audited by the IRS.
How could we be audited?
Because we go for nonprofit.
Well, we were nonprofit.
Well, we'll just have to name it something liberal, like kill all babies in the name of Obamacare.
Oh,
yeah. Because if we do something,
that's pretty harsh.
Yeah, it is.
Really is.
But hey, I'm just trying to buy into that whole like conservative stereotype of us liberals, where all we want to do is murder babies and get free shit. Coat hanger. Get that wire hanger out, bitch.
Fucking kidding me?
What? Was that an offsides turn?
No, I just love that. I'm just kind of pissed off that I didn't think of it.
Yeah. So F you, buddy.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's going to get personal real quick.
People that are listening, I hate him now. No, yeah, well, maybe it will be personal.
It will be.
But there will be blood. Worst movie ever. I'm just saying that.
Dude, you know what I saw? A great movie last night. I watched Pacific Rim. I loved it.
Okay.
It was... Have you ever heard of it?
Yes. CGI.
Where there's
Giant, like,
alien
Transformers.
no giant alien monsters
And dude's like...
versus giant robots.
Yeah, it's the same thing that the Hugh Jackman did,
good.
where they're, like,
No,
fighting Steve.
that's like Rocky meets fucking... No,
You're right. That one's Rocky meets Rocky, and yours was Godzilla meets Godzilla.
No, that was Rocky meets Batteries Not Included. And the other one that I saw, Pacific Rim, is Godzilla meets
Mecha Godzilla.
Yeah, Mecha Godzilla. No, because he didn't like go. It was they punch motherfuckers just like that. Real steel.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's Japanese. It's based off anime. It's the kaiji and the.
So in other words, it's
Jaeger.
not just CGI.
It was sweet. I really liked it.
I'm just getting so sick and tired of, and this is why everybody calls me a movie bah humbug. Like, I just hate movies. I don't hate movies. I hate the fact that 98% of the movies that come out were a remake of another movie. And the funny part about it is it's not even what I'm saying of a remake of a movie that happened years ago. I'm talking about a remake of a movie that just came out a month ago. The majority of them are. You can't tell me they're not. You remember what it was? Pierce Brosnan had that volcano movie, and then another volcano movie came out. They always do that shit.
You have Deep Impact and Armageddon, two asteroid movies at the same time.
Every single goddamn movie that comes out, there's a separate movie that's, well, we're a different movie with the same premise, but it's so much better. You're like,
well, because it's the Coke Pepsi.
but we have Morgan Freeman. Like, I mean, it's just to the point.
Didn't Deep Impact have Morgan Freeman?
Okay, it might. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Pierce Brosnan was Pierce Brosnan, but was he Samuel Jackson? This motherfucking media. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have... The only thing that there wasn't a sequel of or Transient 2 was Snakes on a Plane. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
That was the dumbest goddamn thing ever.
I never saw that movie.
I haven't either. I've seen parts of it. Like the one chick, she's in the bathroom getting fucked and a snake comes down and gets her titty.
You just saw it because you were looking for titty.
Well, I was flipping through the channels, and all of a sudden there was a chick in a bathroom that was getting fucked up, and then
getting fucked up or getting fucked,
getting fucked
up,
and
in her butthole,
exactly. And then there was
butthole or vagina.
When the snake started coming down, I looked at it on the info, and I was like, "Oh, snakes on a plane."
And you're like, "Oh, girl, your titty."
Yeah. And then I went next channel.
So you saw a titty, and then you're like,
well, why wouldn't you stop on a titty?
I saw a titty and a snake. Snakes on a plane.
No,
completed.
The titty happened, and all of a sudden the snake came down, and I went, well, that's highly unlikely. And then when it bit her on the tit, I was like, well, what the fuck else do I expect?
That's highly unlikely.
This might as well be a sci-fi movie. And then when I hit info, and I went, snakes on a plane, yeah... That's not right. Because that whole movie is flawed. But
that whole movie is flawed.
I'm sorry if I'm the person that doesn't... I can't find that fun at all. Everything about it is stupid.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, a lot of things about a lot of different movies are really stupid, like the Alien movies and stuff like that, but there's a lot different of saying, you know, Alien versus Predator or the Predator movies versus snakes on a motherfucking plane.
But you need to see Pacific Rim. It's good.
Have you seen Battleship?
No, that looks stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Is it on Netflix?
No, it's on HBO.
Oh, that's where you saw it.
And I'm really pissed off that I did.
Was Rihanna in it?
I don't know.
I thought she was.
I have no idea who that is.
Was Riri?
Who's Rihanna?
She's a...
Oh, no, dude, that's the punching bag.
What?
Rihanna the punching bag. Chris Brown. He just practices on her.
I didn't get... I'm like, she played a punching bag in the movie, or she punched a bag in a... I'm like, trying to figure that out. Then I was like, oh, shit. Chris Brown.
Now I know who you're talking about. When you said Rihanna, I was going, who?
She was in that, though, right?
I don't know.
You're the worst. Thought you said you watched it.
I watched it. I don't know who was in it.
But
I know Alexander Skarsgård was in it. Because I like him.
So, did anybody say, "Oh, you sunk my battleship"?
No. I was waiting on that.
That's unacceptable.
I was waiting.
If you're gonna
on
make
that.
a movie about a board game,
That's what I'm saying.
not even an action figure, a board
B2.
Nobody said that even, right?
No.
Well, they're like, "Where is he on the radar?"
They did go on quadrants.
Of like,
but yeah, I mean, it was.
Did they have any homage to the
I'm
game?
Yes. At one point, they did have a point where they had this whole screen,
And it looked
that
like
had,
Battleship?
yeah, that had quadrants that they were saying, aim at this quadrant, fire, that kind of shit. They did do that, and they actually did the miss.
Nice hit.
Yes,
Miss.
they did do that. I will honestly give them that.
Well, how did they rationalize that they knew it was a hit, but they didn't know where the thing was?
Because there was no explosion. They shot. And it just went...
Like went into
Nothing.
the water.
Nothing.
But then they could hear on the...
Exactly.
I gotcha. Okay. All right. Liam Neeson was in that, wasn't he?
Yes.
Oh, but it wasn't worth watching, right?
It's entertainment.
Just entertaining?
Why not?
Okay.
It's as bad as any of the other movies that are out right now. I really haven't seen that many movies that are good enough for me to write home about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Except for Lilyhammer.
That's not a movie, though.
No, I will say that's Steven Van Zandt. I am very, very, very happy that season 2 just came out. I will watch that intently.
Are you going to watch it this weekend, or are you going to save it for when you have to work?
Oh, I'm going to work. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I suppose you have to work Sunday. So technically it is this week.
Yeah, and I'm going to work at least 10 hours on Sunday, so I'm probably going to watch the whole fucking season.
Yeah, it's probably about 13 episodes.
Yep.
An hour a pop.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much TV I can get in working the job I do.
It's a perk of the gig.
Is it? Because now I'm actually starting to get to the point where I have nothing more to watch.
Like Netflix. I have exhausted. You're going to have to go into the
I might have
kids.
to Hulu your...
Yeah, you're going to have to get Hulu and Netflix. Hulu Plus.
And hopefully they don't have anything different.
Yep.
Or they do have anything different.
This episode brought to you by Hulu Plus.
Yeah.
Check out thousands of amazing TV titles on Hulu Plus. No? Not an advertisement?
Oh, it was pretty good.
All right. Thank you. In the beer of the night, Whitewater IPA.
Whitewater IPA. Taste awesome. Back to you, Johnny.
All right.
I think that should probably do it.
Kind of run out of steam a little bit.
Come the revolution. Ah, I said it.
You did say it. We'll let it stand.